This week cannot go as bad as last week did, can it? We finished an astonishing 6-8 on the week. I feel like it was a bad week for pickups. I feel like no one really did good. We are a total of 48-29 on the year. We have our week 6 locks and shocks starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football. This is not going to be one of my locks, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're all assuming that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to go out here and put absolute belt to ass on the New York Giants. And I feel like that's going to happen. I'm rocking with the Philadelphia Eagles on this one. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. But something about that I've said all year, division games on Thursday Night Football never go the way you want it to. I'm rocking with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not locking this game. I am very confident on it, though. Next, we have the Denver Broncos and the New York Jet. My bad. The New Jersey Jet. My bad. The terrible NYJs, the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. Jets, Jets, Jets. Jets, this team on paper is so diabolically good. For them to be the worst team in football at 0-5, taking on the Denver Ponies, the Denver Broncos, who are a little suspect to me. The defense is ridiculous. The offense is suspect. Bo Nix turning the ball over. Really not average. They're averaging okay points, nowhere near the best points in the league, nowhere near the best offense in the league. If they could get the turnovers over, they'll be one of the best teams in football just because that defense is so dominant. I am locking this game with the Denver Ponies to take the dub, sending the Jets to 0-6. And by the way, remember when y'all said, oh, Justin Fields is a good quarterback? You're wrong. You're wrong. I told y'all he's an athlete, an amazing athlete. Absolutely awful quarterback in the NFL. New York Jets 0-6. Quarterback change coming soon. Next, we have the LA Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. By the way, we have 2 away teams winning to start the week. We'll see how that goes. The Rams are winning this. Wait. Is Lamar Jackson playing this week? That is what that all depends on. I'm still taking the LA Rams. I think they win this game. 3 road teams to start. The Rams are one of those teams, like, I don't know why they start terrible every year, and the way they finish the year, you're like, oh, this team could go to a Super Bowl. This is a squad. And what's crazy about the Rams, their defense is better than last year. Their defense is coming full circle. They got a guy in the top 5 sack leaders, 5 sacks on the year. They are looking good on defense. The offense, they have to create chemistry with Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams. The chemistry with Matthew Stafford and Puka is phenomenal. You got to get Devontae Adams incorporated. You got a fumbling problem with the run game between both of your running backs. Don't know how you're going to fix that. This is a massive start this week. Give me the LA Rams over the Baltimore Ravens. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers, the 2-3 Carolina Panthers. Did anyone see that coming this year? I think the more wins I gave the Carolina Panthers, people were like, you don't know ball. You don't know ball. The Carolina Panthers got some sauce, ladies and gentlemen. And with the emergence of Rico Dowdle coming full circle for the Carolina Panthers, 200 big yards on the ground last week, going against a Dallas Cowboys defense who, terrible at the run, terrible at the pass. I am going to be real, though. Dakota Wayne Prescott is on a MVP run this season. He's putting up MVP numbers as he should. His wide receiver core is ridiculous. Even with that, it's crazy you lose CeeDee Lamb and you're like, we got George Pickens. It's okay, but I want to talk about those guys in the middle of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. I'm talking Tolbert. I'm talking when I tell you guys, I can't even remember their name. Can't even remember their return specialist name. Dog on the deep ball. Can't remember his name. Absolute menace. You got Jake Ferguson, one of the best, if not the best tight end in football currently. The run game. When I tell you no one thought the run game would be looking like this, the Dallas Cowboys defense may be terrible, but that offense can keep up with any offense in the league. Carolina's offense is not keeping up with this Dallas Cowboys offense. Give me the first 4 road teams with the dub. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on Indiana Jones, Danny Dimes, Danny Dollars, Big Danny D with the Big Danny dub. in Indianapolis. This isn't going to be a close game. Something is wrong with Arizona. One, Jonathan Gannon is mauling players on the sideline. They're fumbling before they get to the red zone or before they get to the end zone. Kyler Murray is not looking great. You have two running backs out. This team is falling apart quick, and the Indianapolis Colts are heating up. The defense, dogs. Wide receiver core, dogs. Run game, potential. Correct me if I'm wrong. Best run game in the NFL currently. Give me Danny Doms, Danny Dollars, Big Danny D with the big dub at home in Indianapolis over the Arizona. Oh, go deep, Marvin, go deep. Oh no, an interception over the Arizona Cardinals. Next, our game of the week. We have my Seattle Seahawks taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Massive game for both teams. This is a game that's like, hey, we're here, we're locking in, and we're making a playoff run, and we're going to be something nasty in the playoffs. Jacksonville Jaguars 4-1 coming off a win against the Chiefs. Seattle Seahawks 3-2, both losses, last second turnovers in the game. Super unfortunate, but the defense is out there hooping. We're missing a few pieces on defense that when we get back, is going to be absolutely ridiculous. JSN, one of the best wide receivers in the game right now. Kenneth Walker, one of the best running backs in the game right now. And if Sam Darnold could stop turning the ball over in the fourth, that would be amazing. Thank you. I think the Seattle Seahawks have the better team. I think Jacksonville has the better overall coaching staff. Jacksonville, no slouches on either side of the ball. When I say Travis Hunter, I was wrong about everything I said about you. The man was and this is either on the year or last week. I hope it was last week, because if it's on the year, it's insane. PFF graded, top 5 wide receiver. PFF graded, top 5 cornerback of the week. Oh my good Lord, have freaking mercy, a dog. And he's head-topping people. He's head-topping people. They threw it up to Travis Hunter in double coverage. He said, I'm going up to get it. Dog. My Seattle Seahawks with the win. Fuck what you're saying. My bad. I'm sorry. Forget what you're saying. Anyways, let me fix the page. Next, we have the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. This is a interesting game right here. This is an interesting game. LA Chargers is down so bad. Wide receiver core disgusting. O-line is tattered, torn up. No Joe Alt, no Slayton coming into the year. Both of your running backs are gone. They're on IR. Najee, torn Achilles. Hampton, probably sprained toe or something. So it was just something to screw my fantasy teams even more. Against the 1-4 Miami Dolphins, you got Mike McDaniel out here running off the field early because he's just coaching for his absolute job at this point, blowing 17-point leads. This is a massive win that both of these teams need. One, Mike McDaniel needs it to save his career. Two, the Chargers have to get something going. This team has looked awful the last 2 weeks, and here we are again. Y'all ready? Justin Herbert needs to do more. We have seen quarterbacks in situations like this go and continue to win games. You got to make do with what you have. I think the LA Chargers come out with a big away win this week. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns run by not Joe Flacco anymore. He's on the other Ohio team, run by Dylan Gabriel, who, by the way, looked absolutely great last week on a road game. Not only a road game, you had to go over the big pond to go play the game. First game in the NFL, looked good, 2 tuds, couldn't get the job done. That's a hard team to beat, especially when overseas just seems like it's their home field advantage. Your first game starting across the pond, and you're throwing tuds. Dog, I was wrong about Dylan Gabriel. Thus far, we need to see a little bit more. This week, he is taking on the 3-1, division-leading, 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm rocking with the Steelers on this one. I think the Browns are going to continue to look good and progress. The defense is great. Dylan Gabriel building chemistry with that offense. This team is only going to get better from here. We knew it was going to be a bust season, but they're figuring out their quarterback options. Would love to see Shedeur Sanders get traded. That being said, Dylan Gabriel is going to be good for the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers still winning this game. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers, the 4-1 San Francisco 49ers. This is why I tell y'all Brock Purdy is not as good as you say he is. We just watched them plug in Mac Jones and him throw for what, 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, win the game against the Rams team, who is looking a lot better this year, got veterans over there, and the Pittsburghs and the San Francisco 49ers without 2 wide receivers, without their starting quarterback. Go out there. Oh, by the way, guys out on defense, go out there and put B2A on a Rams team. They're not beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That connection with Big Show, Big Sell, Big Baker Mayfield, and Emeka Egbuka is ridiculous. Not sure when Mike Evans was coming back. Hope it's soon. If they can get this wide receiver core healthy together, Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka, Godwin, Shepard, the run game, if they can get that healthy and going, the O-line, if they can get that healthy and going, I said I can see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being in that NFC Championship. Baker Mayfield's just a dog. And when you get a guy like that on the field and the players are like, this dude is playing for us, let's play for him. They take their hits, they go out there, they win gritty, grimy football games that if you didn't have Baker on that team, you're not winning. There are quarterbacks in this league that get hit in their mouth and fold. Baker Mayfield gets hit in the mouth, jumps up, and gets in your MFing face. Bake Show, Bake Sell, Big Baker Mayfield with the big dub over the big San Francisco 49ers. Next, we have the Battle of the Bastards, ladies and gentlemen. The Cam Ward-led Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is one of those games, like, you know, typically 2 1-4 teams would be boring to watch. I want to see them go at it. What's crazy is the Tennessee Titans, the worst run defense in the league, Ashton Genty might have a 300-yard rushing game. If he can get a millisecond of a block from that O-line, Ashton Genty might run for 300 yards this game. 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Ashton Genty, lock me in. I got the Las Vegas Raiders getting a big dub at the house. Geno Smith probably going to throw an interception at least, so we'll see how that goes. Apparently, according to the owner, the new owner, rest in peace, Jim Irsay, of the Indianapolis Colts, Geno has a pretty bad tell on when he's going to throw the ball. And the Colts made them turn it over and 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 over. Oh, by the way, I had a friend that told me Geno was a top 10 quarterback. Las Vegas Raiders with the dub. Next, we head on over to the other Ohio team, the Cincinnati Bengals donning new quarterback Joe Flacco. Absolutely awful trade. You're going to put a 41-year-old quarterback behind potentially the worst line in the league. He's cooked. He's done. Y'all are going to get him killed. Y'all are going to get a 40-year-old man killed on that gridiron. Against the Green Bay Packers, Micah Parsons might have 6 sacks this game. I can't lie to you. Green Bay needs to come out and have a massive dub, and they're going to. They're going to be 3-1-1 on the year, getting a big dub under their belt, still second in the division to the best team in football, and it hurts me to say that. The Detroit Lions. Next, we have the New England Patriots taking on the New Orleans Saints. We're not even going to talk about that. Give me the Patriots. Drake May looks like an absolute dog. I didn't know he trained a lot with Josh Allen this offseason, and you can tell it's showing. This team is young. They got a lot of young talent, and I think they could go out there and make things happen. This is going to be a big win for them. 4-2. I told y'all New England would be one of my most improved teams on the year, and they're going out here and they're absolutely showing out, taking a dominant second-place lead in the division because the Dolphins are going to be 1-5. The Jets are going to be 0-6. Patriots looking to make a run for the playoffs, getting a massive road win. And nothing against Spencer Rattler, and I think they should continue to move forward with him. I think he has absolute amazing potential as a quarterback. You got to get him help. You got to get players around him. You can see the potential there. You just got to get him some solid guys out there to help him and let him continue to progress as a quarterback. Big Spencer Rattler guy. I think he has what it takes to be a starting quarterback in this league. Next, we have the Detroit Lions, the #1 offense in the league, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. A little old Taylor Swift. Y'all know I'm a Kansas City Chiefs. I won't say a fan. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs supporter. They have absolutely 0% chance of winning this game. What the Detroit Lions are about to do to the Kansas City Chiefs is about to be humbling. They are going to run all over them. They're going to pass all over them. The defense is going to get to Patrick Mahomes. Give me the Detroit Lions with the big Detroit dub at Arrowhead. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. And this whole time, you're like, where is your shock of the week? Where's the shock of the week? Well, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We got the 4-1 Buffalo Bills taking on the 2-2 Atlanta Falcons. I've said year in, year out, the Bills defense is not amazing. They play good team defense. They go out there and they create turnovers. They don't have any shocking guys on the defense, right? They don't have any game changers on the defense. You know what Atlanta has? They got a game changer over on that offense named Bijan Robinson, who I've seen make grown man after grown man hit the turf, stumble, fall over, juked, ran over, however you want to do it. I think Atlanta at the house is going to go out there and give Buffalo a run for their money. I think they're going to pressure Josh Allen, as crazy as that sounds. Atlanta has a pretty solid defense, I feel, this year. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons with my shock of the week. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Football, we have my Caleb Williams-led Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 2 dog rookie sophomore quarterbacks drafted the same year as rookies. A lot of speculation behind them both. A lot of people saying, oh, should the Bears have went with Jaden Daniels? Is Caleb Williams not the more complete quarterback? We've seen Jaden Daniels stumble a little bit this year, fall, get hurt, this and that. Caleb Williams progressing as a quarterback, still making bad decisions at times. You can see Ben Johnson is there. Ben Johnson is there. You can feel it. You can see it in the playmaking. They just have to go out there and make those plays as the players. This is a hard one for me to pick. I want to pick the Chicago Bears. My heart is telling me the Chicago Bears. I'm going with the Chicago Bears. How many road teams is? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of road teams winning, chat. Do we go with the Chicago Bears or the Washington Commanders? I'm thinking. I'm going with the Chicago Bears. We're doubling down on it. We're doubling down on our Chicago Bears prediction this year, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our week 6 locks and shocks. Our shock of the week, the Atlanta Falcons over the Buffalo Bills. And our lock of the week, the Denver Ponies over the New York Jets. What I need you to do down in the comments, let me know your lock and your shock for week 6. Don't forget, like and follow.